Shelby makes $1 million per month, and in this video, you will learn her simple positioning strategy that she used to stand out in her most crowded and saturated niche of sales, how she murders all objections even before the sales call, and have the most warm prospects on the call, and exactly how you can plug her $1 million per month system inside of your high ticket coaching business. Let's start from the market positioning. So, on the Instagram, she has in her bio that she is the #1 female sales trainer, and she has the #1 largest sales academy, and she has a free live sales training, which is basically the webinar that she runs. So these two things gave her the instant credibility. And then we have a free webinar call to action, which is basically an opt-in page so that they can hop on that webinar, right? And at a very high level, all of these are claims, right? So she backed that claim with her highlights with hundreds of student wins. And this basically it's basically proof farming, right? So she has farmed a lot of hundreds of thousands of proof in her career. And she shows all of that in her highlights so that anyone who is brand new on her profile, they can believe that, okay, this stuff is actually legit, right? Whatever she is doing, it works. So it gives her an edge and it put her in a position of authority, right? And her niche is high ticket sales, and we all know that high ticket sales is one of the most saturated niche, which is flooded with hundreds of people selling info products, right? So instead of targeting everyone in the high ticket sales space, she only helps a very specific like kind of individual, right? And doing that, she stands out than all of the 99% of the competition. So how she does that is simply by niching down. Okay, so on the very broad angle, we have the entire industry of high ticket sales with like thousands of sales programs involving all of the low ticket, mid ticket, and high ticket products. Then we have a with a little bit specificity, high ticket sales programs. So this involves all of the sales programs, which is low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket, but then we have specifically high ticket sales programs. So anything above 2K or 3K is a high ticket. But if you go a layer deeper, we have high ticket sales for women, right? So all of the men are instantly disqualified, and this is specifically for women. But even more specificity involves when she basically like sells that high ticket program for women who want Porsche and luxury lifestyle. So this is a bull's eye, right? This is where all of the magic happens, right? Because if she start targeting every single one in the high ticket space, she won't be able to make money. Because everyone is doing that, right? Every coach, every sales coach out there is trying to sell a $997 coaching program to all of these teenagers and all of the men out there, but she is specifically helping women who want to live the rich lifestyle, right? And she does that with extreme specificity. So when every other guru is basically chasing everyone in high ticket sales, Shelby is speaking only to women who want to live in this Porsche lifestyle just like her, right? And she also like selling that exact lifestyle and exact dream with her reels and content. So like that she's just not talking about that, she is living that lifestyle, right? So the bottom line is, chances are that you might be in a niche that is oversaturated, right? And you want to stand out. So how to stand out even if you're new is with extreme specificity with your messaging. So instead of saying that I teach sales or I help men lose weight, you have to say I teach men under 30 to make 50K per month with sales, or I help men between 20 to 25 lose 20 kgs in 90 days. And the bottom line is, instead of going broad, be specific, right? And you can apply that specificity effect with desires, age, job, pain, income. So she is like using the desire, right? So women who want to actually live the luxury lifestyle, that is a desire. You can also have the age that, oh, okay, I only help men under 30 or under 25, or I only help accountants, or I only help people who are tired of being stuck in a job, or I only help people who are at least making 30K per month. So there are other factors as well, but these are all that I can think of right now. And you can have these factors in place so that you have a very specific messaging, so that you can instantly disqualify every single one who is not your ideal customer, and you can only specifically target to these individuals and these kind of customers that are high quality. Once you nail who you help, with extreme specificity, all you have to do is attract this customer with the content that they want to actually watch, right? So on the stories, she is just throwing all the proof that she has. So all of the student wins, all of the people who have gone through her program and they have gotten the results, right? So she's telling them that, okay, this thing works. This thing, high ticket sales, is the way to actually live that kind of lifestyle. And if you want to learn how to actually live that lifestyle, I am the vehicle. My sales program is the vehicle. She's selling that concept, and she does that with proof in the stories. Then we have her Instagram content strategy, and it has mainly three pillars. The first one, we have talking head. So it involves sales advice and her personal experience that she has learned. So the most common pattern is all of these videos are in the talking head format, which is basically, it seems like a friend is talking to them, right? And it's very relatable, right? Or sometimes she would be doing some kind of like random activity. So in this one, she's doing makeup, right? So it act as a pattern interrupt, but it also feels like a younger or an older sister is like talking to them, right? So it gives her an basically an edge, because all of the women who are like younger than her are being instantly connected with her, because she is doing things that they want to do as well. They want to live this kind of lifestyle. They want to like sell. They want to like drive cars and all. So she does that, right? And then we have the lifestyle, which is basically her daily lifestyle in just 60-second vlogs. So she's not just selling the course or selling the programs. She is also like living the lifestyle as well. So she would just back that lifestyle in a 60-second vlog, and she would show that as well. Then we have G-Wagon case studies, and nobody in this industry doing right now, and it works as a pattern interrupt. Because just assume, right, like you stumble upon a video while scrolling, some girls sitting in a G-Wagon, like sharing their stories and experiences. It works as a pattern interrupt in itself. So specifically when any of her ideal customers stumble upon these kind of videos, they instantly relate, right? So for example, 4K per month bartender turned 50K per month high ticket closer. So anyone who is a bartender is instantly connected to this specific reel, this specific story. Or 30K per month closer explain her typical day. So she would explain her typical day, and any woman who is out there who is relating to this kind of day, she relates to that. So she starts like watching more of the reels and slowly start you know uh, unknowingly being reprogrammed by her marketing, right? So this act as a proof as well, because basically all of these girls are doing are like is basically sharing their proof, and it gives her an edge that, okay, this stuff works. Shelby's stuff works. So that's how she basically generate all of these eyeballs. And what she's doing is she would have a call to action in the caption. So she would say comment sales to basically sign up for the next masterclass, which is free. And then she would send an automated DM in the DMs, and when you click on that, you would reach here, which is the webinar opt-in page, which I'll break down in a second. But first, let's talk about the YouTube strategy which we have. So on YouTube, she has almost 16,000 subscribers, and she is not consistently posting on YouTube, and I think she will start posting this year. So on YouTube, she's mainly have two type of content pillars. The first one, we have the growth content, and this is the content which involves the vlogs. So she is reaching the unaware audience with these kind of vlogs, and she is basically selling the dream with the high ticket sales. So she's showing that she is a millionaire and she got here with high ticket sales, and she's also reaching the audience who are unaware, right, who don't know about sales but wanna learn sales. And this kind of content works as an intro to her system, right? Then we have the sales wisdom and lesson and hacks. Then she would like all of the people who already know about sales, or all of the girls who already know about sales and wanna learn sales and wanna learn like tips about sales. She would make specific content for that. So like 3 psychological hacks to master your mind in sales, or how to fix your relationship with money. So these videos basically act as an intro to sales, and they sell the sales as an escape plan, right? So from YouTube, she is sending that traffic to her webinar. And before breaking that, I'll break down the ads strategy which she is running. So most of the ads that she is running involves just starting with a call to action, right? Then she would give her credibility, some like little bit of proof, and then she would mainly like just sell the concept of sales, and then she would explain some benefits, and then she would simply tell them that okay, this is the 60-minute masterclass on this day, and it's free, means it's safe. And then she would simply give the link to the class, which is gonna be this link. And when somebody click on this link, they reach this webinar opt-in page. So on the top of that, you can see it says free live masterclass. So since it's free, there is no resistance, right? And since she has already sold them on the lifestyle that she is a millionaire, and she has all of this proof, she tells them that how you can step into high ticket sales with Shelby Sapp. And again, she mentions that this is only for ladies, only for like women, right? Then we have simple call to action button, which is simply a button to sign up for the webinar. Then we have some expectations to actually what to expect. Then we have some qualifiers, so who this is for and who this is not for. And then we have some intro to like how she got here, some background and all. And then we have a simply again call to action button, right? So once somebody click on this button, they will reach this simple page, and they would fill up their name, their email, and their phone number, and then they would like visit this welcome video. So on this, she would congrats them on the first step, that they have already taken the first step, and she would give them the tips to prepare for the webinar and the next steps that they have to take. And at this point, they have enrolled for her webinar and they are already in the funnel. So instantly after signing up for the webinar, you would get an email which is basically her congratulating on the action, right? So most of the women who are signing off for these kind of things are kind of like skeptical, right? They are going through a lot of harsh struggles, and they are kind of low confident, and they don't believe in themselves, right? So it works as a reinforcement, right? So basically she is inspiring them that okay, you have already taken the first step, so this is a big thing, right? And you're just few steps far from reaching your goal. Then we have the second email, which is objection handling, which is I don't have time. So most of the women that Shelby is targeting are the women who are stuck in a job or who are stuck in a housewife's life, right? So she handles that objection before the webinar, and she basically destroys this objection even before it happens, right? So they might can like raise this objection in the sales call, and instead of just handling that on the sales call and losing a deal, they pre-handle that in the emails. Then we have the third email, which is basically webinar details, and it includes a date, time, and the link of the webinar. Then we have simply the pre-selling them on the high ticket sales and the concept of high ticket sales. And this basically again handles all of the other like doubts and objections that they have, and how like high ticket sales is the new mechanism and the perfect escape plan that anyone can follow to like live that kind of lifestyle, right? Then we have a simple reminder to just again cement the date that okay, on this day this webinar is happening and they have to join that. Then we have sixth email, which is again an objection handling email, and here she is handling the objection of I have no sales experience. So one of the objection can be this one. So instead of handling that on the sales call, they pre-handles that in the emails, so they can have the people coming on the sales call with least number of objections, right? Then we have again an calendar reminder. Then we have on the webinar day, we have the exact reminder that okay, today the webinar is happening and I have to join. And again we have the the like another reminder, which is like tonight the webinar is happening and I have to join that. Then again we have a webinar reminder, which is before 60 minutes of the webinar starting, so that they cannot miss that. And then again we have the reminder, which is like 5 minutes before the webinar starts. And then we have again a reminder, which is 5 minutes after the webinar starts. So anyone who is still on the fence and haven't joined for the webinar, they can still join and they can start watching that webinar. So once the webinar is done, the people who have the money to basically work with her one-on-one, they would book a call with her and the sales process will start. But the girls who don't have the money are basically downsold on a mid-ticket offer, which is 1 to 3K, right? And they do that to basically sell them on a high ticket product in the future with an essential funnel, right? So that's pretty much it for the my ticket. So they are sold on a 1K product. But once they book a call with her, the sales process happens, and after the sales process, three things will happen, right? It will be either no show or no close or closed. So if it's a closed, good, they have collected the cash and they can start working with her. But if it's a no close, they would send the free content because they might not be the qualified person for that, right? And they would send them to the like free content which is on emails and YouTube, so that they can eventually work with them in the future. Or if it is a no show, they would follow up to basically reinitiate the conversation. So they would make sure that they won't miss out on any lead that is qualified but didn't show. So they would send up follow-ups by the closers and setters, so to basically start the conversation again, right? And that's pretty much for the webinar. Then we have the email strategy, which is basically her sending daily emails or weekly emails with some sales tricks, case studies, and her own experiences, and all that traffic leads to this VSL funnel, right? And this VSL funnel is basically disguised as a like video sales letter, but they package that as a free sales training. So in the emails, she would mention that just watch this free training, right? And this free training, and she doesn't mention that, okay, this is the sales page, but this is a sales page and this is a funnel. And once somebody watches that funnel and they are sold on, again, the concept of high ticket sales, they would fill up this form, and again the sales process will start, and again the same exact sales process will start, right? So this is all with the Shelby Sapp's funnel. This is exactly she used to make 1 million per month. And if you want me to help you personally to actually help you scale your high ticket offer one-on-one, just click the first link in the description and schedule a one-on-one call with me. God bless.